Can you feel it, Oilers Nation? That gnawing anxiety, that familiar knot in your stomach as the clock ticks down and the biggest question mark of our championship aspirations looms larger than ever? Because right now, the silence from the trade market isn't just quiet. It's deafening, and it's echoing the unspoken plea of our captain, Connor McDavid, for a netminder who can truly carry us to the promised land. Welcome back, faithful fans, to an exclusive deep dive into the heart of the Edmonton Oilers' most pressing dilemma. Just 24 hours ago, the hockey world was set ablaze by comments from our generational talent, Connor McDavid, comments that, while subtle, spoke volumes. He didn't just talk about the team's Stanley Cup chances, he spoke about feeling comfortable with them, about the need for an acquisition that solidifies that belief. And let's be honest, when McDavid speaks, the entire organization, from the front office to the coaching staff, should be listening with bated breath. This isn't just about a trade, it's about the very foundation of our championship window and perhaps the future of our franchise icon. The pressure is on, intensified by the weight of expectations and the undeniable truth that, despite the heroics of Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard last season, lingering doubts persist. Can this tandem, as valiant as they've been, truly withstand the crucible of a deep playoff run? Can they be the last line of defense when everything is on the line, when every shot, every save, every rebound dictates destiny? The whispers around the league are growing louder, and the consensus among many, including the astute James Myrtle of The Athletic, is that the Oilers ideally need a proven number one goaltender. They need that rock, that unshakable presence who can steal games and calm the storm. The dream scenario, as Myrtle outlined, was to find a situation akin to what Boston capitalized on last year. A faltering team shedding a top-tier asset early in the season. But as we stand here today, that dream remains just that, a dream. The market, my friends, is as thin as ice in late spring, and the available options are few and far between, forcing our management to get incredibly creative or face a potentially devastating reality. So, where do the Oilers turn? Who are these phantom goalies lurking in the shadows, waiting to be plucked from their current homes and thrust into the white-hot spotlight of Edmonton? Let's peel back the layers and examine the surprisingly slim pickings. First on the speculative radar, and perhaps the most intriguing, are the Detroit Red Wings. They recently made a splash by acquiring John Gibson from the Anaheim Ducks, a move that certainly raised eyebrows. Now, the question becomes, are the Red Wings truly a playoff team? If their early season goes sideways, if the wheels start to wobble, could they become sellers? In such a scenario, the Oilers might find themselves with two potential targets. They could either try to flip Gibson, a goalie with undeniable talent, but also a history of inconsistency and a hefty contract, or, in a more sentimental twist, attempt to bring Cam Talbot back to Edmonton. Talbot, a familiar face, had a solid run with the Oilers before, but is he the definitive upgrade McDavid is looking for? Myrtle, however, pours a bit of cold water on this hot take, suggesting the Red Wings are more likely to remain in the playoff hunt. And even if they do miss, it won't be apparent early enough in the season for a timely trade, pushing this option further down the road and making it less likely to be the immediate solution. Then there's the tantalizing prospect of Sebastian Casa, the Red Wings' top goaltending prospect. If the Oilers, and crucially McDavid, believe he possesses the raw talent and the mental fortitude to be a legitimate starter, then a bold move for Casa could be on the table. But trading for a prospect, no matter how highly touted, comes with its own set of risks and an unknown timeline for impact. Is that the kind of immediate, game-changing upgrade a team with championship aspirations can afford to gamble on? The clock is ticking, and the window for McDavid's prime is wide open, demanding proven commodities, not potential. Beyond Detroit, the landscape becomes even murkier. Other clubs like the New York Islanders or the Utah Mammoth might have expendable goalies, but only if health cooperates and their own situations stabilize. Myrtle specifically name-drops Semyon Varlamov from the Islanders and Connor Ingram from the newly rebranded Utah Mammoth. While both are capable netminders, the critical assessment is stark. Myrtle isn't convinced either represents a clear, undeniable upgrade that would truly move the needle for a cup-contending team. We're talking about marginal improvements, not the seismic shift that could calm McDavid's unspoken anxieties. Is a slight improvement enough to justify the assets given up, especially when those assets could be crucial for other areas of need? And what about the high-end names, the ones that make every fan's heartbeat a little faster? Thatcher Demko in Vancouver, Tristan Jarry in Pittsburgh, or Elvis Merzlikins in Columbus. Technically, yes, they could be had. Every player has a price. But here's the rub. Their inconsistency has plagued them. Demko, when healthy and on his game, is a Vezina-caliber goaltender. But injuries and stretches of uneven play have raised questions. Jarry similarly has shown flashes of brilliance, but also moments of vulnerability. And Merzlikins, while possessing immense talent, has struggled to find consistent form behind a rebuilding Blue Jacket squad. These are not sure things. They are high-risk, high-reward propositions that could either elevate the Oilers to new heights or sink their championship hopes under the weight of an ill-timed slump. As Myrtle so eloquently put it, we're really reaching to even contemplate some of these options for a team with designs on winning a championship, so it feels like it'll take something a bit unexpected for the Oilers to find what they're looking for in the crease. And that, my friends, is the crux of the matter. The Oilers are in a bind. The market is barren, the clear upgrades are non-existent, and the tantalizing yet risky options are fraught with peril. Unless an unexpected team completely collapses early in the season, or unless Ken Holland and his management team are willing to part with top-tier assets, picks, prospects, or even roster players to pry loose a premium goalie, the Oilers may very well have no choice but to ride Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard again when the playoffs arrive. This isn't just a strategic decision, it's a gamble with monumental stakes. It's a gamble on a championship, a gamble on the legacy of this incredible era of Oilers hockey, and perhaps, most critically, a gamble on the future of Connor McDavid in Edmonton. Will the management find that unexpected solution, that diamond in the rough, or will they be forced to double down on their current hand, hoping against hope that this time it's enough? The answer will define not just this season, but potentially the next decade for the Edmonton Oilers. What do you think, Oilers Nation? Are you feeling the pressure? What move, if any, do you believe the Oilers must make to solidify their goaltending? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you felt the urgency and the passion in this report, hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive insights into the heart of the game. We're in this together, and your voice matters.